Hi, I'm Luke. This week on Out of Darts, I've got the Nerf Rival Hades. New season of Nerf is upon us, and these blasters, I swear they always tend to come out when I'm the most busy. I've been working months on this website, and I mean months and months and months. And it has been really challenging because building a whole website, even with the template, really requires a ton of work. Between the photography, the descriptions, the tagging, the inventory, the weighing the products, the measuring the products, it's just a ton of work. Anyway, I have had these blasters sitting here, and they've sort of been like a reward for getting that thing done, and I finally get to play and mod some new stuff. This is the Hades. That's about what I expected. I have touched one of these before. I did get to fire it at the last game because Captain Xavier had his. Now, a while back on my channel, there was a great mod by Ted who basically made this before Hasbro released it. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, Hasbro stole the idea. That is virtually impossible. The timing for when a product gets made, it's like a 2 to 3 year cycle from what I've heard, from everybody I've ever heard that from. So there's no way that they saw it and built it right away. Hasbro engineers are super smart people, and the marketing team is very good too. They release products intentionally that aren't the best thing they could possibly make, just like Apple, just like all of the other tech manufacturers out there. That feels great. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm liking this slide quite a bit. So this blaster just makes sense. I mean, everybody's been putting stocks on the existing one, the existing Artemis, and that's a great setup. I mean, I've run that at a lot of games. I think it's actually one of the better stock blasters you could play with. And last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, we had a stock rival round, or stock blaster round. And it reminded me how much better the stock rival blasters are compared to the modded ones. Now, when you mod both, the rival doesn't quite have the range, so you don't really get quite the same performance, which is why I tend to go a little more spammy and just focus on high volume. But, wow, this is awesome. So this is like twice as easy to load as an Artemis, which is good because there's twice as much ammo to load. Not only is the slide door, I think, a better design right off the bat, but these chambers here are about the length of 2 or 3 balls, so you can actually shove 2 or 3 in at the same time pretty easily. That's mostly loaded, good enough. Right off the bat, this is better actually than the last one. It doesn't dig in quite as bad, but it still has that edge that just like, with pulling on this all day, it will make me tear up my hand. So a couple of customers have already purchased the grip that I currently have and said that it does fit here if you rip this off, and there is some minor cutting to do. Now I'm going to do this myself and figure out if there's an easy way to adjust the file, which I assume there should be, to accept both blasters, because ideally I'd have the one product that works for both of the pumps. So nice, oh, that's a weird, I was having a little issue with the magazine release. It's two-sided. And there now are balls all over again, as always. Right off the bat, this feels really good. I think this is going to be one of the better stock blasters in general. It's got a similar feel to the Artemis, but obviously a little more capacity. I don't always love this style. I don't even know what this is called, but this additional plastic. I honestly might even consider taking it off. Now, I get it. It looks awesome in profile, but I sometimes find that it's sort of getting in the way of where my arm wants to be. My other sort of complaint about the blaster that I can feel, and I know everybody just says I'm picky, but I don't love that this has these horizontal stripes and it's sort of smooth. So it kind of, I think when you've got to pull this towards your shoulder, you've either really got to bring your shoulder around to hold it, or you've got to push harder with your hand to combat it. And what I mean, like you can see here, is it wants to slip right off. And compared to, it's not on my wall. I don't know where it is. Some of the other blasters have a little more texture here, and I think that's better. Now, I think this is a really simple solution. Either you make a tiny little extended stock, or you just put some nice grip tape on here. And I've actually been looking for just some pieces of rubberized grip tape, because that would make it grip whatever fabric you're wearing, or and I think that would really improve that. But I think this is going to be a very popular Springer. 60 rounds, I mean, HVZ, this is just killer. And it's pretty easy to load on the fly, so it's going to be a really great run and gun HVZ. Reliable blaster. I just can't, I don't have very many complaints about it. I don't love this grip, and I don't love that. Both are super fixable. I've sold hundreds and hundreds of these, the pump grips here. They may not look like much, but they're super comfortable, as anybody knows that has one. And now this has maybe completely negated the need for a stock point, like that Radio Silence 187 made. I'm sure he'll come up with something else cool. I like the addition of a good solid sling point at the rear. I think that's going to be a pretty good spot. You're going to kind of have to, because of how far back the holstering is, you're going to have to kind of have this on a pretty short leash, I think. Otherwise, well, I guess if you're down here, you're all right. It's not going to be that bad. Can't wait to play with this. I will definitely give some modding thoughts on this. I will try putting some K25, K26 in here eventually. I'm sure Captain Xavier has, as usual, already beat me to it. But I will give that a shot eventually as well. And I will update the Etsy page to include photos of the new grip on here once I have that figured out. If you're adventurous, take it off, do a minor cut to make the grip fit. It should be pretty obvious. It just doesn't go as deep as it should, so there's just a little bit you need to trim off that priming bar here. Overall, really cool blaster. It is a little on the pricey side. I think it was $70. I got this one as a trade with a customer on Nerf Perks, their Nerf Perks rather, so thank you for that. And I think that's about it for right now. It is hot as can be in here. I cannot focus, so I'm just melting. My garage, I'm going to do a good tour of this pretty soon because a lot of things have changed and it's gotten really fun. There are a lot more printers over there than there used to be, and I've never even done a 3D printing video. One of the reasons I haven't done a 3D printing video is I just never felt like I was qualified to talk about 3D printing because it's so new even to me, running a dozen or close to 2 dozen printers here soon. But I do have a lot of advice I could give to someone that's just starting out. So I think I will do a video on 3D printing coming up and a nice workshop tour so we get to see everything because there's still a lot more to do. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm out of darts.